The first retrievers I knew about in the state of Oklahoma is Dick Lowry had one in Oklahoma City that was out of the Audubon Kennels of St. Louis. And he promised me a pup, and he brought me the pup. I fully trained that dog. And that's the only two dogs I know, and that was 39 years ago. And with that dog, I fully trained him according to the book of James Lamb Free, and took him to Texas. I was going to a Pan American shoot down there, and I saw a dog on the mailbox, and they had a dog out of King Buck, which is the dog that's on the duck stand. And we got to talking and organized the North Texas Retriever Club. Then I think they're about 37 years old now. And then we came up here and kept training this dog and working him on geese particularly. Not that dog, but another dog. And the guys down in the area of the goose hunting country got to seeing this dog and asking me what he was and how he functioned and how you train this. And so they got to buying Labradors in particular and train them, and then they'd come to the house on Sunday and we'd have these long training binges every week. And it finally turned into the Sooner Retriever Club, which is 25 years old this year.
I'm Don Desjardins, chairman of the 1988 National. I looked at several areas before I came to Oklahoma. These grounds are absolutely superb. They have good parking and good traffic. So we're very pleased to be here. One of the things that the National is all about is the top dogs going head-to-head competition for the national championship. We have 4 basic time zones in the National, and the National rotates every 4th year back into that time zone. So different areas are selected. It's a competition of many dogs. They've competed in some 300 to 400 trials over the years. Out of that 300 or 400 trials, these are the top 85 dogs that have come out of those trials to meet here in a head-and-head, one-on-one competition for this year's national championship. With 85 contestants from all over the United States, I don't think there's a state that's not hardly represented here.
Training the competitive field trial retriever is a hobby in our case that we spend most of our free time doing. It takes approximately 2 to 3 years for a dog to go from puppy stage to being competitive as an all-age dog, and some dogs are not competitive at the national level until they're 5 or 6 years old. My wife Judy is demonstrating retrieve with our national amateur field champion TrueMark zip code. who was the 1984 National Amateur Champion. Judy has raised, trained, and handled Cody to be the #2 all-time high point retriever. We're going to demonstrate 2 different types of retrieves used in field trial work. The first of those is called a mark. A mark is a test or a retrieve whereby the dog sees something thrown, is sent for it, and brings it back and delivers to hand. Cody is retrieving a duck from a log pond, and he would be judged on his aggressiveness and his willingness to retrieve, how well he remembered where the bird was, how well he came back and delivered to hand. Dogs are basically evaluated in field trial work on 2 separate types of categories, natural abilities and trained abilities. The natural abilities would include eagerness and desire to retrieve. Marking ability, that's the ability to remember where a bird has fallen once they've seen it. And style means speed to the bird and speed back to the handler, and a dog who's happy and enjoying what he does. The trained abilities are those of control, basically, and control is done with a blind retrieve. A blind retrieve is a retrieve whereby the bird is planted. The dog doesn't know where it is, but the handler does, and the handler then has to direct the dog to the bird through a series of hand signals. Whistle is used to tell the dog to stop and turn around and look at the handler for further directions, and then hand signals are used to direct the dog on his retrieve.